Hi, so we are going to continue our chapter 8 for the market ratios. So there are some questions that will actually come out in the final exam questions regards to this chapter 8, some calculation part. Right, so this is an example of questions that previously been asked in your final exam. So let's take a look on the questions, right? So Dolly Corporation has 10 million shares of RM 50 cent par value. The current earnings per share are RM 80 cent. Due to their rapid expansion, the net profit after tax has increased by 15% from the current year. The total amount of dividend declared is RM 500,000. So each share is currently priced at RM 2.50 and the value of its total asset is RM 15 million. So the firm's stockholder equity is at RM 8 million. And you are required to calculate the first one is the new EPS or the new earning per share. So what are the formula for us to calculate the EPS? So the EPS is calculated by dividing this net income or net income after tax divide by number of stock outstanding. So this NOSO is actually the abbreviation for number of stock outstanding, jumlah common stock yang ada, dan the current net income for that particular year lah. If you are looking for which year, right? So take a look on that particular year only. However, in these questions, okay, kita tengok apa maklumat yang diberi adalah this one. Okay, the current EPS is RM 80 cent. So you do know, kita senaraikan maklumat dia, current EPS. Okay, tapi dalam soalan still tanya, what are the new earning per share? Meaning that this is EPS not ataupun EPS 0, this is EPS 1. Okay, ini EPS yang baru. So, ini yang current ataupun past 1. So, ini yang baru. Okay, so kita nak kena calculate yang baru after the projection of sales and profit and so on. So, the one that you have is this one. EPS current or the previous EPS. Okay, how much? Right, the EPS is RM 80 cent. Right, so this is the current. Okay, the one that been given in the questions. I'll try to make it bigger. Alright, so this is the one that been given in the question. Okay, so due to their rapid expansion, the net profit after tax has increased by 15% from the current year, right? So, apa yang berlaku adalah kita akan kira dari sini, kita akan cari the rest of information. Kalau kita baca, amount of dividend declared is 500,000, market price of the share RM2.50, and total asset of the total asset is RM 15 million and the firm stockholders equity amounted to be RM 8 million. So, what are the missing information over here? Do you have this EPS? Yes. Do you have how much is the number of stock outstanding? Yes, it is stated in the questions. The number of stock outstanding, the company has 10 million shares. Right? So, this 10 million share is the NOSO, okay, number of common stock outstanding. So NOSO for this one we do have, but does the question give to you the net income after tax? If we read the whole questions again, so there is no information on the net income after tax, right? So this is the part that you have to find it. Okay, so since the question does not give to you any net income after tax. So you have to find the net income after tax by using all the information given. So how do you find it? By using this EPS formula. So kita dah ada formula EPS, right, which is net income after tax divide by number of common stock outstanding. So you do know the net income after tax is the EPS is RM 80 cent. Okay, RM 80 cent. And so we do not know this one. And number of common stock outstanding is 10 million. Okay, right. So next, just use the mathematical formula, right? So you will find the this one, net income after tax. Okay, so how much will you get? Yes, so this 10 million times the 80 cent. Okay, so that 10 million times this 80 cent. Okay, so how much will you get? Yes, you will get RM 8 million ringgit. Okay, so this is the net income after tax. For this particular EPS equal to 80 cent and the NOSO or the number of common stock outstanding is 10 million, right? So you will get this one. I'll try to color it by red color. Okay, alright, so this is the net income after tax that you will get, which is RM 8 million. So right now, could you find the new EPS? Yes, so we already have the net income after tax information. So what are the second step is find the solid questions, which is actually the question asks you to calculate the new earning per share. So right now kita boleh cari, okay, what is the, okay, number one, still under number one. So what is the new EPS? Okay, so kita boleh start calculate what are the new, color it to blue. Okay, what is the new EPS? So EPS 1. So this is the one that we have to find lah. Kan cari balik berapa current EPS or equal to EPS 1. Okay, so you boleh cari, right? EPS formula still the same. We have to use this net income after tax divide by number of common stock outstanding. So the previous, but you have to check the question first. Is there any changes on the profit after tax? Okay. So due to their rapid expansion, the net profit after tax or the NIAT tadi, NIAT, has increased by 15% from the current year. Bermakna untuk EPS 1, you have to use the new net income after tax, which is already increased by 15%. Kan? So kita tak boleh guna yang 8 million yang kita guna tadi, yang kita kira tadi. This is for the past EPS or the current year, okay, or the before that, right? Prior to the new one. So the new one, it's already mentioned, the net of profit after tax is actually sudah increase kepada 15% from the current year. So kita kena cari new, okay, new ataupun niat satu lah. Net income after tax satu ni berapa, right? Okay, so what you have to do adalah, right, dengan mendarab dengan kenaikan the previous 8 million, okay, so kita kena darab dengan kenaikan sebanyak 15% or 1/3. plus 15% lah. Okay, so you will get the answer. Saya try samakan dekat sini. Okay, so berapa kita dapat? 8 million times 1 plus 15%. 1 plus 15% di sini adalah untuk menunjukkan kenaikan lah. Kan, the increase of 15%. You boleh buat secara manual, iaitu ambil 15% darab dengan 8 million. Jumlah jawapan itu tambahkan pula dengan 8 million. But if we calculate like this, you akan dapat terus jawapan dia berapa. Okay, so how much? Kan, 8 million times 1.15%, you akan dapat 9,200,000. So this is your new net income after tax, right? Okay, so you boleh buat secara manual, 50% times 8 million and then tambah balik kepada jumlah 8 million, sama sahaja, right? So you will get the same 9.2 millions. Okay, so right now, since we already have the new net income after tax, so we can use this one. Okay, so kita nak cari this one, EPS 1, right? So kita dah ada new net income after tax, which is RM 9,200,000, kan? And then bahagi dengan what are the number of common stock outstanding? Still the same, which is 10 million. Okay, so kita akan dapat the new EPS of RM 92 cent. Okay, RM. Okay, try to caps lock this one. Okay, so you will get RM 92 cent. So this is your answer to calculate the new EPS. Right, from this question. Untuk soalan macam ni, kita kena baca soalan dengan hati-hati supaya maklumat yang kita dapat tu you tak miss, and then you boleh recognize, okay, apa maklumat yang diberi dan apa yang tidak diberi. So how are you going to find it lah? Okay, it just that under okay, for my notes over here, this one, saya letak net income minus preferred stock dividend if available. Okay, this is actually preferred stock dividend. Okay, net income after tax mesti minus dengan preferred stock dividend if available, dan baru bagi dengan number of common stock outstanding. But in this question, dia tak mention pun what are the preferred stock dividend, and sangat rare ditanya, okay, about this preferred stock dividend. But if available, you kena letaklah belakang ni net income after tax minus the preferred stock available. Okay, but for this question, it doesn't have any preferred stock available for the preferred stock dividend. So boleh bahagi terus net income after tax divide by number of common stock outstanding. Okay, so this is the way you answer this new EPS. Okay, so the rest I will explain later in the next video.